Wicked witches.
People have believed in witchcraft for centuries, and in the Stuart era, we just loved accusing innocent people of being witches. Have you had an accident that wasn't your fault? Trip or fall at work? Suffered a personal injury or sickness? Then you could have been cursed by a witch. So get in touch with us at Witchfinders Direct.
We'll find some innocent woman, say she's a witch, and have her burned to death.
Farmer Pocket of Crawley lost all his cabbages when they were eaten by slugs. He lost literally several shillings. So he called in Witchfinders. And we decided the slugs had been sent by the strange old woman who lived in the village. Yes, her.
Wasn't me.
Yes, it was. She's old and warty and looks a bit evil, don't you think? So he had her dragged away and given a fair trial.
Do you have a cat?
Yeah.
Then thou art a witch.
She was put to death and her cat sent to prison.
So if you have anything go wrong in your life, call Witchfinders Direct. We'll find some innocent old woman and blame her for it.
Witchfinders, because old ladies deserve it.
In the 1600s, confessing to being a witch could result in burning. Not confessing to being a witch could result in being tortured until you said you were a witch, then in burning. Not all witches were burned. Other punishments included forced fasting, exile, hanging, beheading, stoning and gouging.
Bring out your dead! Bring out your dead!
Here, will you take my Bert, will ya?
Plague, was it?
Yeah, you will give him a proper burial, won't ya?
Of course I will. I'll chuck him in a pit with all the others.
Oh, good, yeah, it's what he would have wanted. He's worrying, though, isn't it, this plague thing? You know, I mean, where's he come from?
Well, I'm glad you asked me that.
It starts with a little flea that jumps upon a rat. It bites the rat and gives it germs, and for the rat, that's that. Then the flea, it looks for somewhere else to find its food. It hops on you and me and starts to suck our blood. First, you feel a little poorly, and then you start to swell. Then you start to spit some blood, and then you really smell. Then you know it's time to ring your funeral bell. Along comes Mr. Death and swishes you to hell. Gone. There's lots of cures to help you if you have the cash. Kill the village cats and dogs and burn them all to ash. Sit down in a sewer so the smell drives plague away. Place chicken bottoms on your spots, then you'll be okay. First, you feel a little poorly and then you start to swell. Then you start to spit some blood and then you really smell. Then you know it's time to ring your funeral bell. Along comes Mr. Death and swishes you to hell. Plague kills little children even more than mums or dads. A priest said it's because the wicked kids have acted bad. Half the people on the earth are simply blown away. So for Mr. Death, these will be really busy days. First, you feel a little poorly and then you start to swell. Then you start to spit some blood and then you really smell. Then you know it's time to ring your funeral bell. Along comes Mr. Death and swishes you to hell. Along comes Mr. Death and swishes you to hell. Bring out your dead. Bring out your dead. Bring out your dead.
King William II was succeeded by his brother Henry I, and his death could only be described as, well, stupid.
Stupid deaths, they're funny 'cause they're true. Woo! Stupid deaths, hope next time it's not you. Oh, I blinked. You know, there's just no beating him in a staring contest. How does he do it? How do you... Oh, next! And your name is?
Henry I, King of England. Oh, sorry.
Well, Henry, you seem to have a little problem. Anything you'd like to divulge?
Yes, I'll tell you my story, but I'm going to have to be quick.
Yes, please.
I was visiting my grandchildren in Normandy, and I had a lovely meal of my favourite dish, lamprey.
Lamprey?
Yes, it's a kind of eel. Well, nice.
Oh, yes, they are nice. That's good. Carry on.
My doctor had advised me, don't eat so many lampreys, they're bad for you, but I just loved them so much, and I scoffed and scoffed and I scoffed and and I had so many that I got a real pain in my gut.
Did the eels make you feel eel? Do you get it? Eel. Eel. I'm saying eel. Eel.
Yes,
eel,
I get
eel,
it.
Eel. Oh, it's just you didn't laugh, so I thought
No.
you didn't hear it. No? Okay, carry on.
Well, my doctor advised me to take a laxative. He said it would give me diarrhea for a day, but it would clear out my bowels.
Charming.
Yes, and clear out my bowels it certainly did. I just kept on pooing and pooing and pooing
Yes?
until I died.
Hey, you could say you were dying to go to the toilet. Oh, I'd leave it 5 minutes if I were you. It smells like someone's died in there. Oh, they have. You.
Can I go now?
I'll just confer with the judges. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I completely agree.
No, I really need to go now.
Well, Henry, congratulations. You're through to the afterlife.
Thank you.
Phooey. You sure one of those wasn't you? You? Oh, how could you? Face of an angel. Next! Stupid death, stupid death. Hope next time it's not you.
Welcome to AngloSaxon Ghost Hunt. This week, I'm with Ethelberger of Norwich. She's found something spooky in her hut. Come on.
This way. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.
Right, where's that coming from? There, okay. All right, whose ashes are in this jar?
That's my husband. He was killed by the Vikings.
By the Vikings, okay. Okay. You had him cremated then?
Yes, and he's haunting me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, don't worry, that's why I'm here. All right. Okay. Oh! Don't worry. No, he's talking to me. He's trying to talk to me. Darling, okay. He's trying to talk to me. Okay, I can't quite hear. What's that? All right, okay. Now, as every Anglo-Saxon knows, what you should have done is put a little hole in the side of the jar, okay? Because when dead spirits find themselves confined in little jars, they get a bit cross.
Oh, I see.
Okay, so just put a little hole in there.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's probably why he's haunting you.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh! No, don't be afraid. No. Where's that coming from? Over here. Okay. Who's in there?
That's my uncle Athelric.
Okay.
And he was killed by Vikings too.
Oh, okay, here's an idea.
Right.
All right. Because
Yeah.
dead spirits, they like to have a bit of a natter, just like we do. So what we're going to do is we're gonna mix up the ashes like that. Okay. So they can have a little natter now. Okay. There. Problem is solved. The haunting has stopped.
That's a great relief. Oh, phew.
All right. So what you should have done in the first place to avoid all this bother,
Yeah.
okay, when they died, just chop their heads off.
Oh, right.
Yeah? Because it's a well-known Anglo-Saxon fact that if you chop the heads off when they die, they won't haunt you.
Is that true?
Only one way to find out.
No, don't worry. It's a ghost. Don't worry, it's a ghost. It's only a It's not a ghost, it's an actual Viking.
Greetings, fair fans. I am Vincenzo Larfoff, and this week's scary story is the Curse of Tuton Kon. It was 1922, a particularly ghoulish year, when an archaeologist named Howard Carter discovered the tomb of Tuton Kon, the ancient Egyptian pharaoh. As the dastardly digger crept inside the tomb, he found not only the king's great treasures, but there, in the burial chamber, trapped within a golden sarcophagus, the ancient pharaoh's mummy. As we all know, nothing is more frightening than mummy.
Go and tidy your room.
And on the wall above the dead king's body was written a curse. Death shall come on swift wings to him who disturbs the peace of the king. Yes, ooh, indeed. The curse was quick to bite. Within a year, the man who paid for the dig, Lord Carnarvon, dropped down dead! And as he did, all the lights in Cairo, the Egyptian capital, went out. At that exact same moment, back home in England, his dog howled in the moonlight. The curse of Tuton Kon had struck. But what would become of the man who first broke into the mummy's tomb? What fate would befall Howard Carter himself? He died years later of completely natural causes. It turned out that Lord Carnarvon died from an infected mosquito bite. The lights in Cairo went out because the electrics were dodgy, and his dog howled, well, because that's just what dogs do, isn't it? It was nothing to do with the mummy. Oh, just stop it. The curse was just made up by the newspapers. Why am I here? I mean, you know, if it's not a real ghost story, why get me? Get John Barrowman or Anton Deck. I'm off. And I'm keeping the jacket.